Not even pouring rain could discourage the dogged determination of the participants at this year's Relay for Life. The annual event is a time for family and friends to come together in an effort to celebrate, remember, and fight back against a disease that takes too much.
This is a community, and today I mean community in the large sense. 3 towns coming together in a spirit of hope and cooperation and neighborliness to fight a horrible disease, but to bring a positive energy to that fight.
Kicking off the opening ceremony were the release of white doves, carrying the event's universal theme of hope with them. That hope transpired throughout the ceremony, especially as the sun peeked out through the ominous clouds.
This is quite a day. Look at the sun. First it was the doves that made me cry, and now the sun is out.
Keynote speaker Janet Cheney is a 10-year breast cancer survivor. She is one of 7 children, 4 of which have been diagnosed with cancer. 2 of them have lost their battles.
After my second sister lost her life, her 16-year-old daughter had to live without her mom. And she went on every day saying, when I get cancer, when I get cancer, I'm going to do this. When I get cancer, I'm going to do that. And it wasn't until she was 20 and went to Dana-Farber with me for the genetic test to find out if she was predisposed to breast cancer that I realized that this girl had been living in fear since her mother had been diagnosed. And I thought, that's wrong. It's just not right for any young woman to be afraid to become an older woman, to be afraid of what the changes would bring in her body as she grew older. And I thought, you know, she should just be celebrating with ribbons in her hair and not worried about having to put a scarf on top of her bald head.
So Janet went to work, starting an organization that makes ribbons for young girls, with proceeds going towards cancer research.
And I thought, I've got to do something more than just raise money in October. And I thought, I'm going to decorate that hair she's got. And so that's what I do. I make little ribbons for little girls to raise money so those little girls can grow up and not have to put a turban on their head.
The event's other keynote speaker was Matthew Capucci, an 8th grader at Plymouth South Middle School. At the young age of 9, Matthew recognized the need for cancer research and education and began raising money for Alex's Lemonade Stand, a national charity raising money for childhood cancer. Already, he has raised over $12,000.
The battle with cancer is already tough enough, but it's always reassuring to know that the American Cancer Society is with you every step of the way, to offer strength and support to not only the victims themselves, but also to loved ones and family members as well.
According to cancer survivor Ann Fagan, over 11 million survivors have celebrated more birthdays thanks to events like the Relay for Life. Over 80 of those survivors took a triumphant lap around the track on Friday evening, meeting their caregivers halfway. The spontaneous sunlight finally gave way to torrential downpours during the Luminaria, or Remember ceremony. Given the option to go back to their tents, over 40 teams still walked the silent lap around the track, using only glow sticks and memories of loved ones to light their way. As the rain coursed throughout the night, people continued their mission, switching off with teammates until early the next morning. Participants gathered one last time for the concluding Fight Back ceremony, finding out their efforts resulted in $121,000 for cancer research and education. Everyone then went their separate ways, taking with them a sense of community, strength, and courage that only the Relay for Life can provide.
We're all here as part of the Relay family. And as a member of that family, we all hold deep in our heart hope. Hope that one day, and I add in the very near future, there's a cure for cancer.